Hello friends, and welcome to our Summer Snapshots layout class or inspiration for pages. So whether or not you purchase the kit in the store, you can create these pages with me. So we are going to do two-page layouts in this class/kit. So the first layout, we're going to start off with white backgrounds. We're going to get a little bit of this fun pattern paper. We're going to do these fun Polaroids that you can journal in or add your photographs to, a little bit of embellishment with some pop-ups, that sort of thing. And then our second two pages, which also coordinate or can be standalone, are these two pages. So we're going to use our leftover Polaroids from our first page, create some photo mats, do some fun journaling cards, and add a few doilies. All right, so if you have purchased the kit, everything that you need is in the kit. If this is a case where you just want to use my pages as inspiration, I will tell you with sheets of paper that we're using, and you can make these layouts very easily with the paper pack if you own Summer Snapshots. So the pages I'm using today are Summer Snapshots Take the Shot. We need one of these. We are using half a sheet of Keep It Sunny. We've got our lemons on the one side and our rainbows on the other. We are using one sheet of Summer Snapshots 3x4 cards. So they've got the cards on one side. They've got these fun birds, seagulls on the other side. Okay. If you have the kit, you're going to have 3 4x4 yellow photo mats. If not, you just need to cut yourself some photo mats. You're going to need 4 sheets of 12x12 cardstock to start off with. So once again, if you have the kit, those will be in your kit. In your kit, you will have a little bag, just a Ziploc bag. It's going to have 1.5 blue doodle bug doilies. It's going to have a number of paper die cuts, and it's going to have some enamel dots in the back. So that is what the kit has. If you do not have the kit and you just want to use the actual product, if you've got a Summer Snapshots collection kit and you've got those 4 pieces of cardstock and some yellow cardstock, you can create with us. You don't need the ephemera. You could work with the sticker sheet. Or in our case, what I've done is I've taken the journal bits and I've split them up into packages. So the sample pages I originally showed you are actually going to be different from the pages we're going to work with you today because I'm using a different ephemera package just to show you the variety. Okay, so to start off, what we're going to do is we're going to prep our patterned paper. So I want you to move your cardstock to the side. I want you to take sheet number 1, our rainbow and lemon sheet. And this is a 6x12 sheet. What I would like you to do is cut off the branding strip, which are these cute little lemons. So cut it off on either side. That's easy for you. Once you've done that cut, I would like you to cut this sheet of paper in 3/4 increments. Okay, so you are going to be able to have a little bit extra, but I want you to cut this at 3/4 of an inch until the paper is gone. In some cases, you're going to use the stripes, and in other ones, you're going to use the lemon. So because the stripes have literally every single shade of color in the line, it's a fantastic way to kind of bring in all those fun colors and just will create the best summer pages. So far I've cut 4, number 5, number 6. You need at least 6 of them. Okay, so you need 4 of the stripes for the first page, and then you actually need 2 of the lemons for the second page. So I'm going to leave this piece a little bit longer in case I want to use that for something else. I've got these ready to go. I'm just going to tuck them to the side. Next, I'm going to take my Polaroid page. Now, literally, we're going to use every single Polaroid in this page. So I want you to start with cutting off your branding strip. And once you've done that, I would like you to find the little white lines you can see between the Polaroids. And I want you to do 2 cuts this way and then cut up all your Polaroids. So I'm going to do my long cuts with my 12-inch trimmer, and then my detailed cuts. I'm going to take out my little 8.5 by 11 guillotine, just so I can make sure I have all that detail done. And I'm going to do the same with my 8.5 by 11. So I would like you to cut off the branding strip first. I could trim that one just a smidgen more, and I will. There we go. Once again, these trimmers are fantastic. You can even cut just teeny tiny details if needed. Now, on this one, if you want yours to look exactly like the sample, I literally just need these 3 cards cut off. This is going to stay as a full page. So I am going to just line up those cards. Okay, add that to that pile. This is done. We're going to tuck that to the side. And like I said, I'm going to do my detail with a smaller trimmer just so I can see exactly where I'm cutting. Get those reading glasses on for your detail stuff. So these 3 3x4 cards, you're going to cut these apart. These are going to be used on page 2 of our layout, so you can tuck that to the side. These ones, you're going to follow those white lines once again, and you're just going to cut these apart. And I want you to cut apart kind of in the center point, if you can. If you really want to do your detail trimming, you could get around every single one of these Polaroids and trim those down. I would advise you to just cut one at a time. So it's up to you how much you want to trim it. I don't mind the little white edge, but if you feel like you really want those Polaroids to just have kind of that grungy look to them, because the outline of the Polaroid is a little bit darker and grungier than the dividing line, go ahead and trim them down. It'll honestly take you an extra 2 minutes, so it's not gonna bother you at all. All right. Okay, that for now is all the cutting we're gonna do. So we've got all our Polaroids, we've got our 3x4 cards, and we've got our strips. So next thing you're gonna do is you're gonna grab 2 sheets of your 12x12 white background. It is textured on one side, smooth on the other side. I usually like to work with textured side up. That's what makes me happy. Now that looks white and boring, and we cannot have that. So we are going to start with adding a little bit of color. That's easily done with these awesome strips of paper. So I'm going to go right next to that outside edge. I've got 3/4 inch by 12 strips, so they will exactly match end to end. And I'm going to get those down. Now, fun little details that you can do is, so in this case, pink ends here, pink ends here, pink ends here, pink ends here. Now, if I want a little bit of a more cohesive look, I could get my pink joining, and then I could get my teal joining. So it's up to you what you want to do. Play around with it, see what you like. This is what I'm going to do for this one. So I am going to just get a little bit of tape runner, put it on the lemon side, make sure my corners are good, but everything else doesn't need a whole lot, because once again, this will go in a page protector, so the page protector will help keep it on. Line up your edge. Get that down, and then we're going to do the opposite side. You'll notice that these pages will come together quite quickly. I myself tend to be a bit more of a linear scrapbooker, meaning that I like to have my ducks in a row. Or I like to have everything kind of in a straight line. Just who I am. It's what I love. So I always find layouts like this just come together so nice and easily. If things are just linear and everything kind of matches and you've got your lines. Just awesome. And isn't it so great that we don't have to reinvent the wheel? We can come up with a really good plan. And with a kit like this, if you were to have the Summer Snapshots kit, I would use this idea over more than once and create pages that are similar and just kind of use the inspiration as my guideline. Okay, there we go. So that part's done. Now what you're going to do is you are going to decide which of your Polaroids you want where. So I'm going to start to lay them out. I'm going to do a larger one and then a skinny one, then a larger one and then a skinny one. And I'm going to offset them just so they all fit how I need them. The other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do one flat, one popped, one flat, one popped. And then that way things can tuck kind of in and around and beside each other. Next, I'm going to do this blue one. And I'm going to once again do a striped one. Now, the cool thing about some of these stripes, you don't have to put a photograph there. This would be a great spot for a tiny bit of journaling if that's what you'd like to do for your page. There you go. And then you should have some left over. We are going to use that on the next set of pages so they can just go to the side. Okay, so once I'm happy with the way things are laid out, so I want to make sure that I'm within the borders of the page. Because I'm popping out one or two of them, I can do a little bit of tucking. There'll be room to tuck. There we go. And once again, so basically in this case, I'm gonna pop up all the 3x4s and kind of the 4 3/4 ones. I'm gonna glue straight down. So what I'm going to start with is the pop-ups because I can glue the flat pieces really easy down below. So I'm going to use my scrapbook adhesive squares. I've got big ones, I've got little ones. So to make it really easy, I could just pop a little one. I'll put 5 of them down, 1 in each corner, and 1 in the middle. I've got my layout pretty much done. I'll get that one down. And then once I'm happy with that, I'm just going to make sure I can still move those around. I'm going to pop up this one. I'm going to angle this one a little bit to the side. So it all fits. Just make sure that you stay within your 12x12 there, just so you don't have it snagging when you're popping that in your pocket page. Okay, so I'm going to get this one popped up. So I'm going to pop up everything, and then I'm going to glue my flat pieces on. I'm going just a little bit inside the edge, not right to the corner, and that is just so I can easily tuck my flat pieces underneath without any issues. Go, make sure that's good. This can still move around. And I've got this little guy. Put those to the side. A little bit of a different height. I always like to have everything a little bit of a different height just to give you a visual difference. Okay, and I'm going to glue these guys on. So these are my larger ones. A little bit of tape runner, tuck, make sure I'm in my edges once I'm happy. And then it's really easy, like I said, to either do a photograph or you could journal before you glue it on, if that's what you would like. For this workshop, I am just going to get your photo mats on so you can visualize your pictures where they would be on the layout. That makes it a little bit easier. Okay, so now we're already looking at our background. It's awesome. We've got lots of color and that sort of thing. Next, I'm going to take a look through my embellishments, and I'm going to grab some embellishments to create a little bit of fun layering. Now the doilies are going to be for my next page, so I'll tuck that to the side. I've got some enamel dots that I will use, and I've got some camera images. That'll be kind of fun. So I have a camera image that I'm going to pop right over there. I've got a cute little tab right laying in the green grass. I also have another one in this kit that says Sunshine Kisses. Oh, that's super cute. I'm going to do, I think, the orange one because I like the way it looks with orange, orange, orange. I like that combo together. Then something that can work kind of as my title on the page. Tan lines fade, but memories will last forever. That looks like a good kind of title piece. Then I've got a tiny little tag that I'm going to offset with this little camera piece. That'll be a good place for an enamel dot. I really like that. And then something maybe in the corner. I've got this, here we go. I've got this summer fun tag. No, I'm going to save that for the next page. I've got this little calendar piece. That'll look cute layered up with that little summer fun. And then I am going to use, I like, if I can pick this up, I like this little easy breezy word. This is kind of cute too. Got a little easy breezy that I can layer up. That adds just a fun little color right over there. So, okay, there we go. We got lots of stuff going on, lots of fun embellishments. So at this point, you can decide where you want things, what you want things to look like, if you got to move things around. I am thinking I'm actually going to put the easy breezy like that. I'm going to leave that there. I'm going to do this alone here, but I'm going to kind of attach it there. I'm going to save this for my next page, just when I'm looking at everything, seeing the way it's going to land. So I'm going to do a variation of flat and pop. So angle, flat, and take something pop. All right, angle it the other way. There you go. Offset it a little bit so you see lots of color, lots of layers. Gonna put that little arrow in there, moving that a little bit from my original one, just so it looks more like the arrow's pointing at something. There we go. We'll angle that, and then it looks like it's pointing at this photo. 10 lines fade, but memories last forever. Gonna angle that. Actually gonna put this on flat. Make it look like it's hanging down. But I'm gonna add a fun little enamel dot right there. And I'm going to add a fun blue enamel dot right up there. Give you a closer look of what that looks like. We've got our fun blue enamel dot, that one. Okay, and then on this side, I'm going to pop this on with pop-up. And I'm going to do it, just offset it. And use my red enamel dot. So you might have different colors, but I'm just going to use something brighter to go right over there. And then this camera as well, we're just going to pop that up. Offset that a little bit. If you want to journal, please do that before you pop it up. It'll be a heck of a lot easier. Okay, there you go. Those 2 pages are ready for photos, just like that. So the cool thing about this type of layout is that if I keep my embellishments kind of offset, I've got plenty of room to add my photos on after. If you're the type of person that really doesn't want to embellish until the photos are on, well then just do it the opposite way. You have the embellishments, you have the photos, so you're good to go. Okay, so that layout is complete. So what we're gonna do is just get ready for the second layout. Just gonna grab my samples. Okay, so the original one, I'm gonna show you. Oops, I'll do it this way. The original sample looks similar to this with some of the ephemera in the package. And then because I had different ephemera in this package, this is the way I made it look with this ephemera. So pretty much all the same products, just 2 different looks. All right, I'm gonna tuck that to the side. All right, so once again, my friends, we are gonna start with our 12 by 12 cardstock, textured side up. Line them up so you can match everything up, all right? Okay, so what I'm realizing is we do actually need, remember this piece of paper that I said, well, I'm gonna leave it long just in case. So you can use it this width, or you can cut it down at this point. So now my original sample, I did cut it down to 3/4 inch like everything else. This one is a little bit larger, so you can decide what you're gonna do. I'm gonna leave it a little bit larger this time so you can see and compare what the difference is. You just won't see as much of the doily, but I wanna show you the way that looks. So just so you know, they are gonna look just a smidgen different. So that piece will go on this side. We are going to use the lemon slice side. And these pieces, once again, you cut them out before, 3/4 inch by 12 inches. Each is going to go right over there. You're going to need your photo mats for this page. You are going to need your 3x4 cards. So you should have 3 3x4 cards, 3 photo mats, 4 Polaroid pieces, and this piece of paper. So we're actually going to use this, the leftover pieces, as our very fun background. So we're going to start to glue things on. So this very fun background, you could use it this way if you do have pictures of seagulls. That would be super fun. But if you want just all the bright colors to pop, this is the way you want to do it. So we're going to add our adhesive. Get that all lined up. Okay, so that is step 1. Step 2, like I said, you can put this on. So when I put this on, I'm actually going to tuck it just a bit because I can see it's not perfectly straight. Not quite sure who did that, but it might have been me. As well, you could choose to do the lemonade side up if your pictures kind of lend itself to that, okay? I'm going to choose to do rainbow up just a little wider. If this is too wide, you can also cut it down to 3/4 inch like everything else. So I'm going to tuck it so about 1 inch shows. There we go. And if you want to double check, great way to do that is with the ruler. An inch and an eighth, an inch and a quarter. So you can choose to pull that up. Perfect. There you go. Line it up. I love those see-through rulers. Then you can see exactly what you're doing. All right. A little bit of adhesive. We're going to put this along this edge. I'm just going to turn my paper so I can line it up perfectly. Make sure that matches. Turn this one. This matches. There we go. It's a little roughly. I didn't match it up quite as well as I could have. There we go. Okay, so we have all those items. Step down already. They look really good. Okay, next steps. We are going to take our 3x4 cards. Hello there, sunshine. Life is sweet. Hello, summer. Once again, you could use the seagull side if it lends itself. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put adhesive on my one that says Hello, Summer. I'm going to angle it in the middle just a bit. Get that flat down. Then my other two cards, I'm actually going to put pop-ups behind them. And I'm going to pop those up on the left side of my page. Pop-ups on that one. So that's going to sit something like that. I'll move this a little bit more center so you can see. And we're going to offset that one, just like that. Really cute. All right. If you're ready to commit, I just always give those pop-ups just a tiny little push down just to make sure that they're nice and stuck before I start lifting off those waxy pieces of paper. Just these things that are kind of habit in your brain. Sometimes you don't even know why you do them. They happen so automatically. So I guess I should explain myself why I do it. Okay, we're going to offset that. So we've got these. The two are popped up. One is flat. Then we're going to take our photo mats and we should be able to fit in 1, 2, and it's up to you. You could leave a 4x4 one there. Or you could cut it down to 3x4. Now I'm going to cut it down to 3x4 just so it looks cohesive with those 3x4 cards as well, just so we see some white space around everything. And on my original sample, I believe I put it on the bottom. Here I'm going to put it, I think, on top. Maybe I'll put it on the bottom. Let's take a look. All right. The other piece, before I glue anything on, you'll notice I didn't glue anything on yet. I have to add my beautiful Doodlebug doily. Oh, isn't that a fun color? Like, how perfect does that not match to the Simple Stories colors? It is gorgeous. So I'm going to put my doily right there. I'm going to decide where I want this photograph. I think for this one, because my other sample is a little bit different, I'm going to put this one up here just so you can see what that looks like, okay? So I'm happy with the placement of my doily. I'm going to move that out of the way. I'm going to put a little bit of dot and roller on my doily. Glue that on. This, it is a good idea if you do want to pop it up. So once again, put my 5 little dots on there. Cute. Cute, cute, cute. You can decide if you want to line it up against your yellow border there and offset. Once you're happy with the way that looks, you can get your next one lined up. Once again, just inside the yellow, create a little bit of white space in between. And you could always double map these with white if you'd want to, just to create a little bit more visual interest and a bit of pop. Okay, so that side is great and done. Now with our other doily, I did on the initial sample tuck it behind here. In this sample, I'm going to put it over top. So it looks like it's tucked behind my Sweet Memories card. I'm going to put it over top right there. And then a little bit of the rainbow is going to show out. That way you can see that even within your kit, you can kind of play around with some different ideas. You don't always have to copy me exactly, even though, you know, I'm truly flattered that you want to. Okay, we have got our cards. We are going to put one over here. Now we're going to cover that Sweet Memories. I'm going to pop my pink one here. I'm going to pop my blue one here. Now, once again, depending on your photos, if you actually have a photo of sitting on the front porch, that sort of thing, maybe you want to leave that one open and you want to cover up this one instead, or this one instead, or this one instead. So once again, play with a lot of these. Maybe you've got pictures of drinking drinks and you want to cover up the ×10 lines. All right, so that works too. So I think that's what I'm going to do this time, just so you can see something different once again. So I'm going to cover that up, stay cool. This, all of these, guess what I used? Pop dots. All right, love me some pop dots. So even my big ones, sometimes what I do is I just trim them down just a smidge. I get them a little bit narrower. And then now I've got 3 pop-ups out of 1, which still gives them support and helps my pop-ups just go a little bit of a longer way. There you are. This is a bigger card, so I'll put that in the middle. I'm obsessed with pop-ups. I love them. I always like lots of layering on my pages. I think it's very fun. Okay. This one is like this. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5. Just angle it just a smidge. I don't want everything to look perfectly straight. There we go. A big one behind that one again. I think this is the last thing. We're popping up. Oh, maybe some tags. I've got some leftovers. Let's do a little bit of embellishing. Excellent. There we go. How fun is that? I love old, when it looks like old Scotch tape, so that's why I tucked my edge in there, because I like the way that looks. Okay, okay. Here we go. Now, in this kit, I have got some cute little embellishments left. So I've got this Summer Fun one. So I'm going to just offset that right here. I've also got this All Things Sunny. Now I just like the sunshine. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a little tuck right over there. A little bit of adhesive. Sometimes I don't worry too much about what something says. It's more about color for me. So by doing that little tuck, and then I'm going to pull that out just a smidge, All Things. I'm actually going to cover up that All Things and pop up this Summer Fun. And then you can see I've got this fun sunshine there. So it's more about the color for me. It's not necessarily about what something says. So don't always worry about what the ephemera says. Sometimes you just need it to do a little bit of a background or use it as an embellishment. And then it just adds, once again, that fun yellow design. And then I've got this fun yellow pop-up or enamel dot right there. See? Now just like that, I've got a really great little grouping. And I'm going to do something similar on this page. So I've got my doily. I could throw that there. A little tag. That could tuck there, or you know what? I like this idea over here. Okay, so we're gonna do this little tuck over here. Oops, there goes my adhesive. I was too excited about my idea. So my adhesive went flying. All right, we're gonna do a little tuck there. I'm gonna let some of the lined paper show out, just in case I wanna write something. I think that this is a great place to maybe put a date or a place. So I'm going to pop that on, a little pop-up. And if you've got other embellishments, just think outside the box. I always like to group my embellishments. Little groupings. I just think it adds a little something. So I'm going to offset that. There we go. And then got a cute little enamel dot. How about we put that here, cover up that hole. Perfect. And then I still have this one left, layering in the grass. Could kind of tuck that in right over there. And I could do that flat or pop it up. Right over there. And then I've used up all my stuff. That's so awesome. Okay, here we are, friends. So these are these completed pages in your kit. So this, I'll get rid of that. This is what we did right now in our time together. Originally, this is how the picture looks that's included with your kit. Once again, if you do not have the kit and you just really like these pages, you can just get yourself a package of Summer Snapshots. We have it here in the store. Use these stickers as your embellishments. You can still pop them up and you can create something super fun. Thank you for your time, and I hope you have a fantastic day. Bye.